If you think that much of anything related to politics will be settled by Tuesday's election, here's some bad news for you. Nothing that matters is really over.
Nothing is over! Nothing!
There are at least three major issues facing the country when either President Clinton or President Trump get sworn in next January.
And when I dropped the towel, there had been significant shrinkage.
You may not realize it, but the U.S. has been out of recession for 7 years. But the average rate of growth since 2009 has been around 2%, making this the weakest economic recovery since 1949. Economic growth is essential to improving living standards, and it helps to diffuse all sorts of explosive political issues, from trade to immigration to welfare. But for all of the 21st century, economic growth has been much lower than what we're used to. Neither Clinton or Trump has put forth a plan that will actually grow the economy. Clinton will jack up taxes and spending on everything, a surefire way to keep the economy sputtering along. Trump will add more than $5 trillion to the national debt, which will also dampen growth.
We came, we saw, he died.
Hillary Clinton is a hawk's hawk who has voted for, lobbied for, or taken credit for all of our military interventions in the 21st century. Despite such actions, or more accurately, because of such actions, the world is a mess. At times, Donald Trump sounds like he would be a relative dove, and at others, he sounds like a crazy man. At the very least, like Hillary Clinton, he said that he would increase military spending. Neither of them has articulated a foreign policy that will help reduce international terrorism or bring order and peace to hotspots in the Middle East, Eastern Europe, or Asia anytime soon.
Hey, Johnny, what are you rebelling against?
What do you got?
Trust and confidence in most American institutions are at or near historic lows. The media, religious organizations, labor, business, you name it. That's especially true when it comes to the two major political parties and government in general. Even worse, millennials aren't just the biggest generation, they're the most skeptical. Who can blame them? Or us? The Iraq War was sold on bad information and prosecuted poorly. President Obama's claims that his healthcare reform would let you keep your doctor was the lie of the year in 2013, and we've learned that Democrats and Republicans don't give a rat's ass about the government spying on us. WikiLeaks and others have exposed Hillary Clinton as two-faced at best, and Donald Trump as a serial scam artist and bully. Neither will address the massive and ongoing evacuation of trust and confidence in government and politics. If anything, they will likely pour gas on this dumpster fire. This means America is moving rapidly from a high-trust society to a low-trust one, and that's really bad news, especially for those of us who want a government that spends less and does less. Why? Because paradoxically, people in low-trust countries turn to government in ever higher numbers. In a cruel and unpredictable world, they want a protector no matter how untrustworthy. Politicians and their supporters can act responsibly and put forth serious plans for reducing the size, scope, and spending of government. Gary Johnson and Bill Weld did precisely this. The two former governors spoke not of zero government, but of smaller government that did fewer things more effectively. Such characters are few and far between, but there are enough elected officials in each party to at least insist on government performing its basic functions, such as passing actual budgets each year. Until the major parties start governing in the light of day, and especially stop nominating candidates who are disliked by majorities of Americans, don't expect much to change, except for things to get even nastier.